Hey there, it's Patmos and nice of you to join me as we are going to continue our adventure in our celestial empire, building the celestial city. Now, we have a lot of work to do and our economy is okay, but it's not perfect. That's one of the things we for sure have to deal with, because we have to make sure that we get a good income. And for that, I think one of the things we need to do is grow our population, because at least they are the ones getting us the tax income. So that's a way to, in the end, proceed and make sure that we make the money that we need to make. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually spend bits of money. Not too much, but bits of it. And we're going to make a completely separate area, in this case. And we're going to make that area for the craftsman housing. So it won't be for the regular houses, it will be for the craftsman housing. How are we going to do that? Well, we have to move a few things. Like this market area has a nice range, so we don't have to worry about it. But at some point we're going to have to place a new market, which we're going to do right here. And then of course we have to get temples and all that kind of stuff ready. But when we do, it will really work out and get the city going and make sure that we get what we needed. Oh, we need one more plank. Alright, we'll hold off. That's at least a great thing to do. Don't overdo it on speed in this game. Take your time. You can already see that the tax money is now coming in. So we got more taxes because we have more people. And in the end, these are going to pay even more.
And trade flourishes again.
And another good way to increase money is by getting some of these unlocks from the gods. So this one will increase productivity. Lightning will not set buildings on fire. Oh, that's one that I'm getting. What do we have here? Decreased fuel consumption, but that is a miracle, and I don't really use a lot of miracles. Speed of caravans. Reduce recruiting time. That's all fine. We can use that. So we've spent our points there. We also have some science points, so let's go with some science points. And one good way to earn more money is by using your points to arrange all the upkeeps and lower those. And it actually does work. So I like to use all of these and to just use all my points all the time to lower upkeep on buildings. It just has a nice effect. So yeah, lowered upkeep, decrease the upkeep. And we went from 222 to 380, so it works. And I would suggest you always try to keep a positive balance and get this as quickly as you can to around 1,000 in the plus. That way you will never run out. And you will do a good thing and be ready for stuff.
At least the wells will be full.
Alright, so we have a temple now. So what I kind of want to do is start moving these buildings over here. Because this will be the area for the craftsmen. So if we place all of these out here and we include a temple soon and those kind of buildings, we probably might already include a temple here now. That will help us make sure that we get... No, come on. I don't want to build this. How do I get rid of that? Oh well, there we go. We'll just destroy this a little bit. We'll just build an extra house there soon and make sure that it'll be fine. Okay, there we go. Then we do this. So now these houses, we can move over here. We have enough craftsmen, so that is already good. So we can just play around with this. Build up this new city area, because that's kind of what we're doing right now. And then make sure that everybody will be happy. What we can also do is just start moving some of these back. So that these go in here. And that gives us room for more of the other buildings that we already have to place those in here. We have another craftsman building out here. Let's get it out. So that's ways that you can work on the city. And we can even get more craftsman buildings. Like these are all ready to be upgraded. These are already... Oh, we don't have the stuff. Oh, we have to trade with other cities. Well, that's good. So now we're almost up to 1,000 just by changing the city up a little bit, making sure. I'm going to plan this all already and then we can later fill it in with whatever we want. But now we've changed the city up a bit. And made it so we have a lot more people, we'll make a lot more money. We get some nice science points in now. Although that is something that we actually could work on if we put our minds and hearts to it. So yeah, this will generate a ton of points as soon as we get this building going. But yeah, take your time to plan out your city. So for now, we can see that we're going to need baths, warm clothing, spices and tea, and that will generate a lot more happiness. The baths will also increase the amount of people that we have, as well as decorations. Now, if we take a look at our city, we have the temple unlocked, the stone statue is not unlocked, small building of blessing is not unlocked, the trade post is not unlocked, the well, the bath, so we still have a lot to unlock. But we will slowly get there. Salt manufacturer, renovator. Let's get the Q tower. That's a nice decoration building with a large range. Look at this. We can reduce the upkeep of the salt by 12. Another 13 at some point. That will really help generate more income. This is another 5. 90 points, 60 points, 24 points, 36 points. So be sure to spend your points. It is worth it in the end. Now, I thought we had fishing going.
With
Yes.
this pace, the city will rise faster than ever.
Yep, and we have the fishmongers as well, where they make them. They make the fish, so that's good. Haven't done any upgrades on these yet, so if we do that now, we have a lot of peasants available. So let's increase the output by doing that.
We don't waste. Every part feeds someone.
Very good. And yes, we are now at our goal of earning at least 1,000. And we're going to try and keep that up. Not saying that we will keep it up, but we're going to try. Alright, let's build these houses that we already placed. That's all in. And now we just need to build the guy for the science points. That's helpful. The more science we generate, the better. We have a good income now. We can soon start to work on more outposts. They will have a pretty hefty upkeep, and that upkeep will get bigger and bigger. But it will be worth it in the end, because we have a lot bigger area that we can actually build in. And then we have to unlock some new stuff that we have to make. So we are making tools already. We just haven't done any upgrades on it, so that's something that we'll have to do. Are we making salt? Yeah, we're making salt already, so that's good. I like that. We didn't unlock the water mill yet, though, so that can be something that we can do later on. And at some point, we might just move all of this industry to a new area where we can really feed it all that I think it needs. But that'll be for a little bit later, so... right now... Oh, we're not even making enough rice, apparently.
At this speed, we'll fill any granary to the brim.
We have... expanded the city so quickly. Okay, so they all use the additional workers now. That's good. Plus 3.2 a minute. Oh, reduced upkeep is always good. I think we need some extra rice now. It is spring, so conditions are optimal. We can get a little bit extra yield out of it, but not much. So yeah, we need extra on that front. Let me put the... we can put a building in here if we want to. We can just drag it in there. So that we can now build outposts from out here. And then we're going to build an outpost somewhere. In this case, I think right here. We can now use this whole area. Now we're going to use this area for some more food. So let's just get to rice. We can see there's pretty fertile soil here. Of course, it also needs water, so that's going to be the big trick. But what we can actually do, if we build it right here... we can get the river pump out here. Let's see. Because we also need to attach this to a road, of course. So what I like to do is we're going to go this way. No, I'm going the wrong way, actually. We'll keep the roads on one side. We should be able to go like this and then put the fields on this side. That should work. And of course, they're immediately attached to where they need to be, so that's good. See, they all have water, they can go there. And now this simply needs a road on one side, which we can build. We'll have to add a granary to that road, but that's also not a problem. And we have our first rice building. And now we can probably go like this. We just have to see if this all gets water, but yeah, it all gets water, so that's good. So let's build another one and go with this. See, that's another 80 fields. Then we'll build a rice building here. We go with that as well. And oh, this has 2 spots that don't really give water, but
If we keep this pace,
if we do them over there, then it works. So now we all of a sudden have 4 extra buildings producing rice. That should increase the output that we have big time. Yep. So now we make plenty of rice for a while. We can even get the output bigger by spending our research points on it. We can lower the construction cost, but that's no good for right now. That might be good for later if we have to build even more. And now we'll just have to save up some points and get to the moment we can use it. And now this is working out quite well.
It's
Let's
never enough.
upgrade our granary so that we also get extra carts available that can do the job. And now we create plenty of food. How are we doing on the clothing? Clothing is also slowly starting to decline.
The fields answered your trust, Governor.
We do produce enough hemp. We just don't produce enough clothing at the moment. It's barely, but we don't produce enough. But now I see we haven't put up the extra peasants yet. And with that, we now all of a sudden produce enough clothing. So we don't have to invest in that yet. We can do that later. We have a quest though. Let's see. Poem to our city. A delegation from the capital arrives to the city. It consists of great poets who have been commissioned by the emperor himself to write a solemn song in honor of our city. They wish to seek inspiration by observing it closely, but they also wish for guidance on the theme that the song should convey. It will be a great piece passed down for generations, guiding the citizens in their everyday life, shaping the future of the city. What should the poem's theme be? Power, wisdom, or diligence? I'm going to go for wisdom. With a scroll and mind unbound, wisdom, wisdom, come to me. Acts of knowledge raise around, build to greatness, heaven's plan. Okay, well, we got 200 research points for free. That's kind of nice. Interesting, never had that thing happen to me before, so, well, looks cool.
The Monkey King.
Okay, what do we have here? Miracle. I don't really want to invest in miracles at the moment, so there's not a lot to invest in. Okay, well, at least we know that. So we're not going to waste our time on that. I hate it that the camera always goes back to the top view when we come out of that, but that's okay. Oh, Yogwai are coming. I don't think we have built enough buildings to keep everyone safe at the moment, so yep, we have an issue here. Let me move this building so that we can build a shrine here to at least keep some people safe. Just built one right there and right there right now, just to keep the town safe. See, they are here already. The town should be safe now. Oh, there's a building there that's not safe, but that's only one. Temple structures are all safe, so that's good. That's actually quite important to me, so I'm happy with that. We'll get some more craftsmen in so that we are ready for that. But yeah, city is safe, so they should retreat soon. And that should not harm us much. Maybe not at all. Yeah, let's build this extra guy. And then, yep, we get extra research points. We can use a lot of those, so let's keep those coming in. Our planks are not coming in that quickly. Extra resources, we have plenty of wood, so that's not an issue. It might be that we have to upgrade this one at some point to get to the right level there. See, not enough carts to do all the stuff, so that's one of the issues. Okay, let's upgrade this. Water mill. Oh, we can get a water mill later so that we can use water to make things go better. And we still have plenty of peasants, so we can put in peasants in some of the buildings.
Retreated. Thanks to your well-built city, no harm was done.
The more peasants we put to work, the better it is, I guess.
We work with pride.
Oh, they work with pride. Well, that's fine for them. I like it. Just don't bother me with it. Okay, so... Oh, we can upgrade that warehouse. Well, let's just upgrade this one then, so that they have more carts and can pick up stuff faster. So it'll be a constant tweak of the town if you play this game. And I kind of like that. It's not like you build an area, okay, now it's done, we don't have to look at it anymore and we can just do whatever we want. No, you keep paying attention to areas, you keep improving them, you keep changing things up.
But they last through the season.
And it might be that at some point we'll get higher happiness, for instance, for some way or another. So these have almost all the happiness that they can have, so we can't make those much more happy. These still have room for more happiness with the bath and with clothing and stuff. The happier they are, the more we can tax them. So might actually be time for us to go to stone statue. Oh, that increases the craftsmen around us, so that's good. And then I think we have to go for the trade post, the well, and the bath, because we're going to need those. But right now, if we go to craftsman decorations, range 5, range 7. So if we place this structure somewhere, it might have an effect on some of those buildings. Might actually be an interesting choice to get this one out of there. And place the statue in here then. See? So that it really has an effect on all those buildings, making the people more happy, giving us a way to tax them even more. Because that could be the result of this. Oh, we don't have the wood for it. Well, we'll hold off on that. Okay, so happiness is 75 for both, which is great. That means that we have people coming in quickly. If we raise taxes even more, people will come in slowlier. So see, now it's dropping a bit. They'll come in a little bit more slow. And then at some... Oh, it's because of the salt. We're not producing enough salt. Ah. Well, let's make a change to that then. Are we now producing enough salt? Almost. Almost. Yes, okay. So we're going to have to do something about our salt production. Now, interestingly enough, I have an idea about that. Let's get rid of this road. And let's start moving these structures. And we'll move them over like this. Then we'll build a road just like that. And I'm going to purchase this water mill improvement. Now we can see there's an access for water. And as soon as we give them access to water, these will start to produce even harder because of the water wheel. So the productivity goes up and they need fewer people. And we should now soon... Of course, we still need to give them peasants because we moved them, they went out. But now we really produce enough salt. Just to fix it for the future, I'm going to build one extra connected to the water system. And therefore we now produce plenty of salt. And it's going to be enough for quite a while. So this is a very helpful upgrade, giving them a water mill. You can do the same with the sawmill. Will also help them out get way more productive. And we can do more upgrades on it to get the productivity even higher. So with these three, we'll probably be good for a while. We don't have to invest in any more for the time being. I do want to upgrade this one to include more people at some point. But we need to build more houses around here then, I guess. So another way to expand our town this way, we haven't done any down here yet, is to... Let's rotate it to just go like this. And we build one here as well then if we want to. Almost, okay. Okay, well if we do it like this. Let's see, how far does it go? Right next to that tree. So if we place it right here. That's not gonna work. We'll just do it like this. Oh, we have the wood right now. Why is it saying we don't? Oh, we need 31 now. Ah, I thought we need 30 and we had 31, but it was the other way around. Okay, so that's done. And now we can actually increase the amount of houses that we have in this area. And by doing so, we can then get more craftsmen, because we will start with regular housing. And by getting more craftsmen in, we can make sure that we get more tax money in. And this one will really start to work better, and we get even more research points in. 4k in faith points. Let's start spending those. Bigger fields, which could be interesting. But I just don't think we need it right now. Extra gift of food. This needs 10,000 points, so that's not going to work out. Increases the happiness of all citizens by 5. Okay. Okay. That means that it should now go... See, the peasants now have 80, and the craftsmen also have 80. That means that if we go to taxes now... See, they're moving in rapidly. If we keep it at 75, they are rapidly. If we go to 74, they are just moving in. So we're going to use this little bit of money. And now we are at plus 1.3k. So this is a very effective way of raising the amount of money you make with your cute little town. And it really works on making sure that we keep a positive balance for a long time. We even get a nice investment for all the money that we have above 50,000. And that will go up to a maximum of 500, I believe. So we still have some way to go. But that will keep increasing our money that we make. So just try and keep that positive balance and slowly grow it. And it will help out your town. Okay, we have the points for the trading post. So let's purchase the trading post. And then after this, I want to get the well and the baths. The baths will increase the happiness for and the amount of people for the craftsmen. The well is a place that will keep us safe when there's fires around. And we're going to have fires, so we'll have to do something with it. Right now, I just focus on getting this trading post up and running. I like the blueprint mode, or I guess in this case we should call it a yellow lightning print or something. But yeah, you can place buildings as a blueprint, which I like. Alright, here we go. We have to pick another one of those special perks that we can have. Better prices. Purchase prices lower by 10%. Sales prices are higher by 10%. We can increase the speed of caravans. Well, caravans aren't that slow in the game, so I'm going to go for better prices.
Step up, challenger. Another monument calls. Let yours
We have to build another monument. We have to unlock the Jade Emperor's monument in the technology, place a base for the monument, and when we have supplied it with everything, we can get another monument up. Okay, cool. Let me just go for the well right now. Let's purchase it, and now we're going to... You can see it's not that expensive, although it has a hefty upkeep, but we have the tools and almost the planks. And you can see it has a range, and in that range it will keep your town safe. So if we build one like right on top here, it will keep that area safe from fires. And if we place one here, that's good for that area. I think we're going to place one here as well. But you're going to need them all around your town. Even your industries can get fired up. Which is bad. I don't have to explain you that. So, yeah, better make sure that you get enough wells around your towns to keep them safe. I'm actually thinking of just moving one building. We can build a well in here. Might even be better. Because there's also a factor of travel time. So they will dispatch a filling bucket, a firefighter. They also have to go to the fire and start putting out the fires yet. So having enough around town is important. And also have them okay distances to travel. So that's what we're going for right now. Now, of course, we have to build quite a few. So lowering the upkeep will be nice. But that's unfortunately not an option. We can make the building cheaper, which is also a nice addition. And we're going to have to use that later on anyways, because we're going to build a lot more. So let's get that unlocked.
There's always more work to do.
Of course, if you want to do the game most optimal, you should have done those unlocks before we build any of them. But I have seen cities actually getting fire issues pretty quickly and early on in the game. So I really wanted to have the fire protection, at least for my houses. The industries we can rebuild, but I don't really want to rebuild the houses. So this is the way for me to do it. Okay, the granary is pretty busy. It's okay. Let's upgrade this warehouse. You can always build an extra granary, but right now we don't need that. And if we take a look at the Jade Emperor's monument... Oh, 2,000 points and 2,500 faith points. And then we also need certain things like special clothing and tea and stuff, I think, to get that monument up and running. So I'd rather save my points right now to invest in all of this, like a duck farm, warm clothing. We need duck feathers to make warm clothing, so we have to get a few production lines going first. But as you can tell already by how I play the game at the moment, I really believe in taking it a bit slow. So don't go too fast. Take your time developing your town. Make sure that you have the money, and then continue.
Finally, rest from all that heat.
There we go. Okay, so we can trade now. I'll open the window for you. Here we can see our big map. Here we can see our product. And how does it work? Well, it's pretty easy. We have to recruit caravans. There's different caravans that we can get. We can get a walker, which has no upkeep. He can only carry 50 units, and he's pretty slow. Recruitment time is short, though. We can get a donkey, which can carry more, also no upkeep cost. The camel will have an upkeep cost, but it can carry a lot of stuff, and it goes a lot faster. And the wagon is even more expensive, but it can also use a lot more goods. So we can get invested into these, although not this one yet. And then we might get a camel and start trading a bit. Then before you can actually trade, you have to buy trade rights for different goods. So let's say at some point we want to start getting spices. That's actually the thing that we want. We have to unlock it. In this case, we have to pay for it and get some research points going. Now we unlock spices. And then when I unlock this caravan as well, this is the caravan that I want. We could then set up a trade route. We don't have the caravan yet, and pick the resource, in this case the spices. And then we have to pick on the map from which town we actually want to buy the spices. They have different selling and buying prices. And of course travel times, and then we can set up a trade. For now we're just going to hold off until we get that caravan, and then I'll show you how the trade works. And that is a way to get the spices that our people need. So we can also see that they don't need a lot a minute. So if we, for instance, buy 100 spices, they can last with that for quite a long time. So we don't have to get a continuous influx of it. We can just buy 100 every now and then, and we should be okay. But that's for when the caravan's actually ready and we can get going. Right now, I'm pretty happy that everything is running and working. We have enough clothing, although we could use a bit more. We have plenty of food, fish is going, salt is good, wood is okay. Although this is not that fast, but that's probably because it's the fall now. I have to check though.
With this pace, the city will rise faster than ever.
Does it have an effect on the productivity? Oh, it's because of the citizens' usage. They start to use logs as firewood in the colder months, and that's why we're not getting as many in as we did before, but that's okay. Right, let's upgrade these houses now, so that we have a good area with craftsmen. And of course this lowers the amounts of peasants. That's why it's good to have a surplus of peasants, so that you can deal with changes like that. Alright, let's see. Reduced upkeep for the temples. Ooh, that's nice. We already have everything for the shrines, so that is good. What if we move this shrine over here? Oh, it doesn't even matter, because there are no more buildings here that it needs to protect. So, you know what? Let's just move it over there so that it actually works. We still have to upgrade this house. And now we don't need shrines in this area anymore, only the temples, because these are now all craftsman buildings. That's also why I like to keep all of my different tier people centralized. Because otherwise you have to build shrines everywhere, you have to build temples everywhere, you have to get that all mixed up. And if you build different parts of the city for different kinds of people, you can specialize on the actual buildings that they need. And these don't need a shrine. They do need a bath though, so that will be our next unlock. And can we immediately make it cheaper to get it? Yes, and we can do that again. We can also reduce the upkeep cost already. And now all we have to do is build one bath place right here. And that should serve the whole area of the craftsmen. So yes, we're going to build one. And now we can see it's in effect. So it generates 7 happiness and 7 capacity for the people. Our happiness went up. We now only make 1.1k because we have been investing in some production buildings, the wells, also now the baths. But it allows us to raise the taxes even higher. And when we set it right, we're back to 1.4. Our camel is ready. Let's get trade in. Okay, so we have to create a new route. We're going to get our caravan up. We are going to trade for spices. And now we can see on the map which towns are actually selling it. So you can already see not all towns sell it, and they all have differences. So this one buys spices for 202 and sells it for 86, 81, 84, 83, 97.2, 97.2, 90.2. So these two, I think the buying price is what we can buy it for, and the selling price is what we can sell it for. So we have to find the one with the lowest buying price. 196, 79. This is the cheapest one. So we're going to trade with this town. We're going to buy it. We'll set it to 100. We can see we have to pay 17,910. We're not going to repeat this over and over again. We're just going to buy one batch. It will take him a few minutes, but that's okay. And then we get spices. That will get the happiness up even more, and we can tax them even more. So that'll just be good for our tax money in the end. And we can see with the higher taxes that we now have imposed on the craftsman, we now make 1.6k. So we're not doing that bad on the money at the moment, and I want to keep it that way.
Good fabric starts in the field.
True. Well, that's good. The productivity maxed out, the upkeep maxed out, and the construction costs. So our hemp farms are doing a great job. Now, the productivity is lowered because of the winter, which is a thing. So, yeah, it's not going to be as productive as we hope. But after that, they should be okay, and they will be even more productive. And I guess a thing to aim for now is to get the Jade Emperor. No, we're not going to get the Jade Emperor. We're going to start with clay mining. Reduced construction cost. Yes, please. So we now have to get into clay mining. Now, I know there's clay here, and there should be clay up here somewhere. Yes. So I'm thinking, since we already have the city here, we might want to expand that way. That's just starting to increase the range of buildings here. Can we do that? So if we build one right here, that's one. Then we can do one right here. But I think that's not going to work out, actually. Oh, well, it will work out for now. There we go. We just have to accumulate a few more planks. So every time you build one, the amount of planks you need for the next one will increase. So now we're up to a need of 48. We only have 30, so we can't build it yet. But hopefully soon we can. I can also not place this one. You can't put this in as a blueprint, which with some of the buildings, of course, we can. So we have to wait until we get the planks. But this will really expand our zone and include the clay area in it. And when we can start to produce some clay. And we also need the clay to make the little cups for the tea. And that we can actually get tea going into our town. And that's one of the needs for the craftsman. So I think we really need to start working towards it. Because, yeah, tea will make them extra happy.
We can't just rest.
Can't just rest, why not? Right, we need extra statues as well, so we might as well just go for that. Because now these have the extra people in them as well, so we have the maximum amount of people. And we now used up more planks, so we'll have to wait. Okay. Okay, well, because of the winter, we're not really getting in the stuff that I want, but we just have to sit it out. Yeah, we're good. We're good on things. Down to 57,000 now, though, because we have been spending quite a bit of money on different items now. So, making sure that we, mostly the 17,000 for the trade. So, let's just accumulate money for a bit. And slowly work on the clay now. That should be okay, though. We should not be too concerned about that. But other than that, we're not going to do much. Here we go. Come on. Yes, that's the right spot. We have everything. Perfect. Now we go to the construction and then tea. And here we can get drinks. We can get the clay mine. Needs to have a warehouse connected to it. So we'll have to get a warehouse soon. And you can see if we place it, it has an amount of deposits in range. And we should probably find the optimal spot. I don't know if we can actually build more than if we find the optimal spot. If we do it like this, it only has 14 in range. This is 15. This is also 15. So let's build one. I wonder how much it'll produce. I think we should get the road network out of this a bit so that we stay out of its terrain and not build on the actual deposit. Then we build the warehouse here. See, now this gets to work.
And neither do we.
And it will produce 4 clay a minute. We can increase that, so let's do that. Now it produces 6 clay a minute. And we can keep improving it
The
up
buildings
to
are burning, Your
6.4.
Excellency.
Oh, we have our first fire. There we go. Look at this. Ouch, I didn't build a well there. I didn't build a well there. Let's build one straight away. Now, that won't do anything because they still have to fill the bucket. But once that is done, they might fight the fire. Could also be that they don't. That we'll have to repair this buildings. This is not good for our food supply, though. We'll leave it running for a bit because, well, at least we're now getting the clay in. We just haven't unlocked any of the pottery yet, let alone a tea farm. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. At least happiness is good. Oh, happiness moved up again. So we can tax them even more. Oh, I guess because of the bath. Oh, the spices are in. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So now we make 1.6 again. Okay, let's go check on our little fire here. Now, the firefighter's almost ready. 83%. So, I don't know how that will end up. Whether he will just be ready and then go start to fight a fire, or how does that work? We'll be ready soon. I think we only have one firefighter, so... Yep, he's busy now. There he is. Now he's going to take care of the fire. I hope he at least has enough that he can save one building. Be nice if he could save another one, but not so sure. But yeah, even building these around your production facilities might be a good thing at some point. You sometimes might want to hold off on it a little bit. To repair the damage made, build a renovator's workshop. Yeah, that's true. So this building no longer is on fire. Problem is we need a building here to repair it, which is the renovator's workshop. I'm going to build one. And then later on we can move this just around to wherever the fire was to save money on it. And the renovator will actually repair broken buildings. So this building is now broken, then the renovator goes to it. And he will fix it. See, that goes relatively fast. So we do have a little bit of a response time when a fire comes out. And the second fireman is now also almost ready. But yeah, you really need to invest the time in making sure that you have water stuff everywhere to deal with it. It says we're still running a bit short on trees. So that might be something that we have to work on. So, as you already can see... Are there more fires? No, there's just one more fire. Okay.
We must fight for the city.
Yeah, the city won't turn to ash because they're trying to solve this fire. And they're doing a good job with it, I think. I think they'll save it. Come on, please.
The fire has ended.
Yay! The fire has ended. Now the renovator comes in. He'll fix it. And it will be good. We can reduce the upkeep cost for this one. Let's do that. There we go. Alright, we're safe. Okay, so we made a new area for the town, for the craftsman. We have started to gather a little clay. We expanded our rice operation, which got threatened by fire, but at least we did. We have expanded our salt operation. So we actually did quite some work. And for the next time, we'll probably invest a little bit more in logs, so that we get more logs. We'll have to invest, of course, in the next monument and some more production facilities. But for now, this is going to be it. So I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have not done so, please subscribe to my channel. Leave all your comments in the comment section. I will respond to them. And then, of course, I hope to see you in a brand new video. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.